so how does this whole thing of reduce CO2 now actually work? Well, the idea is that first of all, we are looking at the facts of the problem. We want to raise the awareness in the population for the topic. We want to spread the word that climate change is going to come. It's something which is going to happen with like practically 100% chance. And it's going to be much more severe than most people think. So we are really like focusing on the facts about global warming, climate change, CO2, and also on the other hand on what can be done to prevent this, because there are solutions which have to work on a global scale. Because right now it doesn't really look good. There is a trajectory where we're going, where we are not going to have any solution in climate change. It's getting worse all the time. So there are solutions, we are working on them. And the idea is that we want to promote these kind of things. So this is like our objectives. And how are we now going to do this? Well, this is a very good question. We want to use social media. We want to use social media to do this, to spread the word, inform the public. And so that's basically the thing. Why social media? Because nowadays everybody is on social media all the time. News kind of things are out, just a few people are still reading like news, but like lots and lots of people inform themselves from social media. Even more and more news things like, okay, that kind of thing, Mr. Baumgartner died. You find this so much in social media. It's like Air India crash. Find all kinds of stuff in social media about these things. So we want to use social media for the topic of global warming, climate change, the problem and the possible solutions. And well, the good thing about social media is it's practically for free. You can like do lots and lots of stuff. You can get follower. You don't have to pay for it. That's really good because everybody can participate. Like practically everybody is using social media and consuming it. And now we are looking at actively producing something on social media. So we already have people on board, like for example, somebody is doing our TikTok channel and we open up a TikTok channel and produce something there. So to reach that audience. And that is like the plan. We want to like build channels on like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, especially for to reduce CO2 now. And then of course in various languages, where the standard language of our network is English because that's like the world language. But then like a lot of people don't speak English. So, and it's a global thing. So there will be like versions of this kind of stuff in other languages. So you speak these languages, you want to produce content for this, you're very welcome. You're probably going to make a channel up just for these other languages. And then like one plan is that we are like not only growing our own channels. No, the idea is there are a lot of people around who already have like a huge following, And that's like one of the areas. We start with our own stuff, what we produce. The second area is like networking with other influencers, people who already have a huge audience and then say, oh, that's a really good topic, I want to talk about this. And then they can take stuff from us and we can provide them and help them to like publish something. They can just plainly copy what we are doing or whatever. It's like really a win-win solution when we find somebody who says, yes, I want to talk about this topic and use something. So there will be, and we need people who are just like focusing on networking with influencers, like approaching influencers and saying, hey, do you want to do this? And then like the third area is to say, hey, we want to have, we want to like train people in something what we call like ethical influencing. If you become an influencer and you are like, you are the topic, that's something, but not a lot of people really want to do this. There are some people who are really like, the Kardashians and these kind of people, they're really like they make a lot of money out of this. But here it's an opportunity to say, hey, I really want to do something about climate change. I start my own channel, and I talk and make my own thing. And then I use social media to grow my followers, and I'm going to be sort of an ethical influencer. I don't have to talk about myself and what I am doing and what nice places I go and what food I eat, maybe what food you're eating because it's part of the solution. But it's like third thing. So we are doing like our own thing as reduceco2now.com. We have a website. So we are growing our own channels. Then we are like networking with other people who already have a following. And then we say, hey, we want to train people and just say, hey, don't you want to become an ethical influencer? And that's like a third area. So, and then of course we are going to use all these channels also like openly to, like for example, we are using Reddit as a platform to like talk about what we are doing and coordinate us and so on. So we are not like hiding anything anywhere. It's like, hey, we want to use social media really like totally openly and transparent, that we say, hey, if we have a team meeting or something like this, or we prepare any kind of thing, we just do it on Reddit, that everybody can see and read, and it's not like covered, or, it's not like the Epstein files that somebody says there is something which has been hiding. No, we are like putting everything in the public and see that people are interested, and maybe they're giving us good comments and so on. So that's basically what we want to achieve. We want to grow our following, we want to spread this message and have like a network of sites, of channels, of influencers who all are like giving out the same message. And that's it, basically how it works. So that's like layer number one. We want to like inform people, get people on board, and then of course also attract people who say, yeah, we want to work in this, and like all kinds of people are needed, all kinds of skills really. It's going to be some sort of large virtual organization. And then the second level is to work on the solutions, and we have a solutions page here, and some of the solutions are really well thought out, and they are going to really work. So that's where we put those into practice, like doing something on a global scale to reduce CO2 and work something effectively on climate change. So that's like in like 7 minutes, that's like the idea of how we are going to operate. And if you want to support, please like follow, like, share, talk about this, give this to other people. And of course you can actively participate, and you can contact us. For example, you go to the LinkedIn page and send us a message there. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great time. Bye.